Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now today we are going to take another topic which is called trigonometric ratio. Trigonometric ratio. And I would like you to please flashback your knowledge of Pythagoras theorem, because we are going to incorporate the knowledge of Pythagoras theorem together with this trigonometry. Now, what we have on the board, trigonometry means triangle measurement. It simply means triangle measurements. And as we have it here, in trigonometry, three main ratios are used to express the relationship between the sides of right-angled triangles. Just three main ratios. As far as your level is concerned, we are going to be making use of three main ratios to determine, to show the relationship between all the three sides that we have in a right-angled triangle. Our primary objective here, number one, is to use the known sides in a right-angled triangle to determine the unknown sides. The second objective is that we want to relate the sides together to determine the angle. We can relate the sides of the right-angled triangles together to determine any of the angles in the right-angled triangle. And then number three is that we can as well relate sides and the angle given together to find the unknown sides. We can relate sides given and the angle given to find the unknown side. So now these are the three objectives that we want to lay our hands on in this trigonometric ratio. The main ratio that we are talking about, the main ratio, they are what we refer to as sine, cos, and tan. Sine, cos, and what? Tan. People have tagged it, the so-called SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. This is what we are going to be used to find, or let me say, to determine what sin theta is, what cos theta is, and what tan theta is. Now, if this is a right-angled triangle, we are given this place to be hypotenuse, which is the longest line in a right-angled triangle. This is the angle given, theta. If this place is where our theta, or where our angle is located, that means directly opposite to this angle is where we call the opposites, while the other side of it is what we refer to as adjacents. Now, in our three main ratio for sine, how are we going to relate? Which sides are we going to relate together to determine our sine? That is what we refer to as what? So, the S here stands for sine, 0 here, O here stands for opposites, H here stands for what? Hypotenuse. So in that case, this one simply means that sine theta is equal to O opposites all over H, which is what? Hypotenuse. Now that means this is opposites all over hypotenuse. For the cos, which is represented with what? Is represented by K. The C stands for cos theta, A stands for adjacent, H stands for hypotenuse. This one is adjacent all over hypotenuse. While for the last one, which is tan, is represented with what? Toa. T here stands for tan theta. O is there. The O here stands for what? Opposites. over what? Adjacent. So that means if you remember this in your examination, or that SOHCAHTOA, this one is very easy to memorize. When you have SOHCAHTOA, it means so sine is equals to sine theta is equals to opposite all over hypotenuse, cos theta is equals to adjacent all over hypotenuse, tan theta is equals to opposite all over adjacent. That is just the meaning of this word, of these short forms. So please note this. You may be given angle theta and given opposites, and you have to find what? Hypotenuse. That means you can relate any of these together. You can interchange. You can subject it to what? Subject of the formula. It depends on the question given to you. Now let us now move to what? Example. But before we move to examples, please always know that what will determine your adjacent and opposite is the position of the other angles given in a right angle what? Triangle. Now let's move to example. Now in this example number 1, what is the value of theta in the triangle below? You are given this right angle triangle, this line to be 4 meter, this other line to be 4 meter, and then we have to look for what? We have to find theta. We have to find theta. How are we going to find theta? What I will advise here is that if you are given this kind of question, it's better to write your so-called SOHCAHTOA. Write these short forms in one side. Now look into this right angle triangle given to you. You are given two sides, this line and this line. Which of these SOHCAHTOA, these acronyms, which of it suits the sides given to you? Here this is the theta, in that case this is the opposite. Why this is the what? Adjacent. Which of these acronyms have the opposites and the adjacent being combined together? So combine opposite and hypotenuse. Cos, it combines adjacent and what? Hypotenuse. So tan, it combines opposite and what? Adjacent. In that case, this is what we are going to make use. We are going to make use of what? TOA, which says that tan theta is equal to opposites all over what? Adjacents. We are making use of tan theta, which is opposites all over what? Adjacent. Now if that is the case, we are going to rewrite this by saying that tan theta is equal to, from the right angle triangle given, what is the opposite? The value for opposite is what? 4 meter. That is 4 meter all over. The value for adjacent is what? 3 meter. That is 4 all over 3 meter. Now if you have this, we are going to change, this is a what? This is fraction. We need to change this fraction to decimal. It is important to change this fraction to what? Decimal. Then we now have tan theta equals to this meter, we cancel meter because they are the same units. 4 divided by 3, this will give us 1.33. 4 divided by 3 will give us 1.33. Now tan theta is equal to 1.33. But mind you, we are looking for what? We are looking for theta. If you are looking for theta, we need to transfer this tan, the word tan, take it to the other side. We are going to take this word tan to the other what? To the other side. It simply means inverse of tan. It means inverse of what? Tan. Theta now equals to tan. Let me use the capital letter. Tan raised to power minus 1.33. This simply means inverse of tan 1.33. How do we prove this? We know when you have tan theta equals to 1.33 and we are looking for theta alone, In the real sense, you're supposed to say that divide both sides by what? Tan. If you divide both sides by tan, you say divide both sides by tan. This will now give us tan theta all over tan is equals to 1.33 all over tan. This we cancel this. At this particular side, we are left with what? Theta is equals to, in mathematics, when you want to bring the bottom one to the upper place, you want to transfer this tan that is below here, you want to bring it to normal what? To normal position here. That means we are going to introduce raised to power minus, that is inverse 1.33. That is why I just jump this stage and jump to theta is equals to tan raised to power minus 1.33. Now, what do we mean by tan raised to power minus 1? That is inverse of tan 1.33. When you check your 4-figure table, you've been taught that before, how to check your 4-figure table, how to locate the angle, how to find angles in 4-figure table. So after of 1.33, that is going to give you 53 degree. That will give you 53 degree. In that case, our value for theta here is what? 53 degree. The value of theta here is 53 degree. Now let us move to example number 2. For the second example, we are given this right angle triangle. This place to be 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter the other place, which is the hypotenuse, and then you have to find the theta. The question said find theta. We are given 2 sides. We want to use the 2 sides to determine the angle. The angle given is, they call it theta. It is unknown. They call it theta. Mind you, they can use anything to represent the angle. I am only making use of theta. They can use alpha, they can use beta, even they can use ordinary letter. It may be x, it may be y. Now, if you want to use these 2 lines given to determine this angle, you are going to make use of your 3-main ratio, which is SOHCAHTOA. From this triangle, what and what are you given? This is where the theta is located. In that case, this is the opposite. In the opposite, you are not given anything there. But this is the what? Hypotenuse, which is 5. That means we are given hypotenuse and adjacent. Now look into SOHCAHTOA. Which one suits the diagram given to you? In which of these SOHCAHTOA do we have hypotenuse and adjacent being combined together? In the first one, we have sine opposite and hypotenuse. No. The second one, we have cos adjacent and hypotenuse. That means this is what we are going to make use of. This is where we have the combination of adjacent and hypotenuse. The other one, opposite and adjacent, which is 12. No, that is not what we are giving. We are making use of which has to do with combination of adjacent and hypotenuse. Now we are now going to come here. You come here and say that cos theta is equals to adjacent all over hypotenuse. Your adjacent is 4 centimeter. Therefore, cos theta is equals to 4 centimeter all over. Your hypotenuse is 5 centimeter all over 5 centimeter. Centimeter will cancel what? Centimeter. Now cos theta is equals to 4 divided by 5 is what? Is 0.8. If 4 divided by 5 is 0.8, then you are going to continue by saying theta is equals to inverse of cos is 0.8. Please and please, when you get to this stage, it is important that you write it as what? Inverse cos raised to power minus 1, because we've taken that cos away from theta. Now the value for theta is equal to what? If you check your four-figure table, under cos angle in degree, under cos angle in what? In degree. The inverse of cos 0.8 will give you 36.87. You are going to arrive at 36.87. That is, it is under 36.87. You are going to have exactly 0.8. In that case, the angle that you are asked to find, that is the angle theta, is equal to 36.87 degree. Please, in the first example, I forgot to place that degree there. It's important because this one is representing what? Angle theta is equal to 36.87 degree. That is for example number 2. That is for example number. Now this is your assignment. The first one says that find the value of x, y, and theta in the diagram below. You are given this number 1 diagram, that is, you have to find x and theta. In this second diagram, you have to find y and theta. While the third question says that if a ladder 7 meters long was placed against a wall, if the foot of the ladder is 2 meters away from the wall, calculate the height of the wall. These are 3 assignments given to you. Try to lay your hands on them and try to do what? Make sure you submit to the appropriate quarters. And please do not just limit your exercise on what you are given alone. Try to lay your hands on past questions and questions in some different textbooks that you have at home. Allah will help you and also provide for your needs.